At that point, what did you say to yourself as the leader of this team?
Just do whatever it takes to help us win. I mean, Brad had it going for us all night. I had some easy shots that I missed and was frustrated about, but then I knew I had to be more of a scorer, but also facilitate at the same time. Still make the right plays. It was me taking a shot or somebody else taking a shot. But most important, just trying to do as much as I could to stop DeRozan. I mean, he was having a heck of a night. It's easier said than done to try to make him miss some shots. I feel like he got a couple shots he wanted. He missed a couple easy ones, but other than that, I think I did a good job of just trying to contest him and keep him in front of me.
You think Otto might have broken through in that second half after?
I think just OP. I mean, what I always tell OP all the time is, yeah, we know me, Brad, get a lot of plays for us and everybody else, but when we run certain sets, you got to be aggressive coming off looking for your shot. I think sometimes he kind of be passive, maybe because he's not fully 100% healthy and can't move the way he wants to. But at the same time, I told him just be aggressive. You know what I mean? You're going to find opportunity to get shots. You just got to be able to knock him down and be confident. We went to him in the third quarter. He made one or two and then kind of got him going.
You guys have had to focus a lot on DeRozan, but Lowry's kind of had a quiet series. Is there something you guys are doing on him specifically to where?
Lowry?
Yeah.
The first two games we trapped him a lot. So I mean, that's when we trapped him the first two games. That's when the guys, role players, stepped up at home. Serge was making big shots, and then we kind of backed away from trapping Lowry and just trying to focus on the basic defense and trying to make other guys beat us, but also making it tough for him at the same time. I think we did a great job of just cutting Serge off the last two games, not giving him a lot of shot attempts. You guys have that same mindset and game plan when we go there. And we know he's going to be more aggressive with the crowd into it. We just got to try to keep him out of it as much as possible. I think just keeping Serge out of the game, DeLon right out the game. And CJ, that's been helping us have the opportunity to win these games, even though they had leads against us in the last two games.
Yeah, when it comes to that three-point defense, you guys obviously had a really good game in Game 4. Is there something different you guys are doing, or?
Well, yeah, the coverage is a lot different, but at the same time, we're also doing a better job of just running these guys off the three-point line. We run those guys off the three-point line. I think other than Lowry getting a couple in transition or a couple like misdirection plays, doing a great job running those guys off the line. We've been lucky a little bit though with CJ Miles. He's been having some open looks off pump fakes and relocating himself, but we got to find ways to take those out of the game and make it a reasonable opportunity for us, and that's keeping those guys off the three-point line, making them beat us with a lot of twos and one-on-one basketball. Even though that's easier said than done, it's a lot more focus for us to do that than to allow them to get to the basket, do whatever they want, get to the free throw line, and get wide open threes.
With the knee surgery you had all that time away, not a lot of game action before the playoffs began. Did you have any question at all in your mind about whether you'd be able to produce at a top level in the playoffs?
No. I told you, I told all the media right before, I said, I only need like 3 or 4 games. I really didn't need too many games. It's just about me finding a rhythm and just being able to get some shots to fall. But I did everything I was supposed to through that process of getting my weight down, get myself in better shape as much as possible, and coming back more physical than I wanted to before. And all the hard work I did over those 2 months and a half to prepare myself to be ready for the playoffs and my teammates holding it down and winning those games made it easier for me, and then I just started to get my legs under me even more.
Was there a specific moment when you knew, like, okay, I'm good?
I think maybe the Boston game. The game we had here against Boston, I had a big game against Boston and kind of just started to see shots fall that I was falling short on a couple of games I had before that.
Do you actually physically feel better in this postseason than you have in past postseasons because of that time off?
Yeah. I want to say because of the time was off, because at the same time I still had a little bit of injuries and stuff and dealing with it. I didn't know how I was going to react from the injury, because if I would have came back and tried to play and it didn't work out, then I'd be back to square one. But a little bit somewhere, I think last year probably would still be my best, I say, because had a great season. Then I went into the playoffs with a lot of momentum and just feeling great with no problems. This one, I sprained my ankle again yesterday, but I'm cool with that. I'm fine.
John, why do you think the team has struggled to get out to fast starts in the first quarter, and what can you all do to get out to a better start in Game 5?
Well, I think we're not making, we're getting good looks in the first quarter, and we're missing those shots, and we're letting that affect us a little bit. And they're getting off to great starts, pushing the ball against, like last game, they pushed the pace even off of make or miss. And that's something my coaches have been wanting us to do. If they make or miss it, we still got to push it and keep the tempo into the game. I think they're trying to play that way. That's not really their style, but they're trying to find easier opportunities to get easier baskets against us. And later on in the game, I think they kind of wore down and tired their legs out. And that's our style of play, so I think it kind of end up playing in our favor going into the second half. Because the first half we really couldn't score, we really couldn't get stops. In the third quarter we had a 40-point quarter that was pretty big for us.
What does it say about your guys' defense that you're making them play a style that they're maybe not used to playing?
Well, just listen to what Coach is telling us as grown men out there, one by one, taking on an individual challenge. I mean, a lot of people could say DeRozan's getting his points, but I think we're making it tough for him. I mean, to have 12 free throws in the first quarter is kind of tough to stop anybody. But we just trying to do the best we can. We know these guys are talented players. Your superstars supposed to step up even more in the playoffs. And those guys been doing it, but we just want to make it tough for those guys and not get the other guys easier wide open looks, but make it tough for those guys too. But try to have somebody else beat you at times.
Did you sprain your ankle before that last 5 minutes where you scored 8 of 14?
I did it the game before, and just played through it. The adrenaline was going. Then I tried to shoot a pull-up. I think we was down 2. At the right elbow, my ankle just turned and gave out. And then I just said, I'm not coming out, so I'll be all right.
You remember when that was?
I think it was around that after Brad fouled out.
Right ankle?
I think we was down like 2. I think you can watch the film. I don't know where, but it was right after Brad fouled out. I ran high pick and roll and missed the mid-range twisted.
John, do you notice a kind of vibe, any different vibe in this building when it goes Caps playoff games and you guys play and they play and it's just kind of filled with postseason? Is it feeling different here, or is your routine kind of the same despite the overlaps?
Yeah. For us, our routine is the same because if we don't come to the game, the Caps game, we kind of don't see what it is, but you always hear the Caps games are always packed definitely for regular season. For the playoffs, it gets really more intense. And then the Caps not around when we coming in, so we don't really get the same energy. But I think just for the city, it's a great buzz and some excitement that's going on. And it's great to see those guys who's down 2-0 and go on the road and find a way to win games and make it a series again.
Here's a tough one for you. Looking forward to see Drake again.
Yeah, you know I am, for sure. I told him to be here for Game 3. He told me he was going to be here, so he didn't show up. He told me we was getting swept. He said he had the broom for us.
What's your reaction? What do you say back to him?
My reaction is, we did what we were supposed to. We came home and took care of home court and won 2 games. My arguments with him ain't really about the game of basketball. We just be out there having fun, but at the same time, we have a focus that we're trying to go in there and win Game 5. All I wanted them to know that they wasn't going to sweep us. That's all I cared about.
Can you listen to Drake right now?
Nah. No.
So you haven't heard Nice for What?
Nope.
Oh, you can't walk nowhere without hearing that.
I can't. I'm always got my headphones on. Right when I'm doing with y'all, AirPods going on. It's either AirPods going on, listening to music in my car.
He's right. I can listen without it too. So there you go.